a roach damaged by 1, I believe. And he's even taking this time to expand the creep as far as he possibly can. Really good play so far from IdrA. And he's probably going to start pushing out as soon as this creep reaches this ramp. And this missile, the missile upgrade is now ready to go. And he's even got some hydras as well. So IdrA here, let's take a look at the unit tab. IdrA here with a much larger arsenal of army units. But the Terran player, LzGamer, does have a Raven. So this can be the determining factor. If it can get that point defense drone down, it can block a lot of the Hydra's attacks. I believe it blocks a Roach attack as well. We do have the second Evo chamber up as well, researching Carapace, so I guess IdrA's just going to wait it out until the creep has extended all the way, and he's got +1 armor as well, because +1 armor helps a lot against infantry. IdrA's still using this Overlord to just scout inside the Terran player's base. No Marines, there's no anti-air right now. Just a pure Marauder build, so this Overlord, basically no risk at all. Can just float over the enemy base all day long. A second Raven coming out, and LZ is pumping out a couple Marines, perhaps to deal with the Overlord. Yes, Marines fending off the Overlord right here. No more scouting going to be allowed. And it looks like we're just waiting for IdrA to finally make that push. He does have +1/+1 right now, and this could be the time when he starts to move out. He is going to deny this SCV from throwing up an expansion. So this SCV is going to get taken out most likely. And we're just waiting for the major attack to happen here. IdrA still bulking up in forces, and not quite sure what he's doing. You know, right now it might even be a good idea to try to trick LzGamer and throw a Nidus Worm. I mean, he's got vision. Whoa, this Overlord looks really weird. He's even got vision to throw a Nidus Worm. He could try that if he wanted to. Definitely not a bad strategy or a bad idea. And meanwhile, he's still sticking to that layer tech, just getting an infestation pit down right now. And I've actually seen a lot of games, if you guys have been watching more recently, in the Star Wars China versus United States, IdrA made great use of infestors and mind controlling the enemy Thors, which actually helped win him several games. So we'll see if that comes into play this game. If you guys just take a look at the mini-map right now, very well good map control by IdrA. He's got Overlords basically making this huge perimeter around the Terran player's base. He's got creep drilling everywhere you could possibly imagine. The creep tumor extending the creep. The Terran player really right now is just limited to 2 bases, and if he wants to grab a 3rd base, whether it be here or here, he's going to have to fight for it. IdrA's not going to give that to him, and IdRA's still sitting at 3 bases. I'd expect him to get the gold pretty soon. And now LzGamer is going to try to make a push for this expansion. The command center is already going up, and IdrA knows this. IdrA sees this going up. Is he going to start to move in and deny this expansion from going up? He is moving in with a small party of roaches, leaving the majority of his army behind. So he's just going to go for a command center snipe, and it's going to be pretty easy with this number of roaches. Command center goes down, and LzGamer is denied, and I think that might have pissed LZ off. LZ here thinking about making that push out, but he has a very tough battle ahead of him. He does have 3 Ravens. I think the Ravens might have Hunter-Seeker Missile. Let's take a look. Where is that starport? Where is that starport? I cannot find the starport. It must be chilling somewhere. I don't know where the oh, there it is. We do have Hunter-Seeker Missile being researched. It is almost done, so I think LzGamer here is just waiting, just biding his time for that Hunter-Seeker Missile to get finished. But I don't know if Hunter-Seeker is really the use he wants to put those Ravens to. I think he really should use it for the point defense drone. That's probably going to be much better than a Hunter-Seeker Missile, but we'll see. Depends on how clumped up IdrA clumps his units together. Meanwhile, IdrA grabbing, actually taking the gold, the other gold. Typically, bottom player takes this gold right here, but he's actually taking what should be LZ's gold. And wow, LZ here in a lot of trouble. Income tab showing IdrA way ahead, 2,000 over 1,500. APM, both players above 100 on average. But IdrA here really holding a commanding lead just in terms of map control, in terms of terrain advantage. And LZ here finally making a push out. These Ravens will be able to detect the creep tumors, so he's going to snipe out a couple of these tumors, push that creep back and recede it, and now IdrA moving in a huge army here. What kind of spells are we going to see? We're going to see Hunter-Seeker Missiles coming out of the Ravens. Do they all have enough energy? Yes, another one blowing up, and I do hear another one. I don't see where it is. Oh, it goes off over there. Really hard to see those things. And I think, excuse me, I think the Hunter-Seeker Missiles right there might have made all the difference. All these Ravens have used up all of the majority of the energy, but they were able to push back all those Hydras and Roaches. And now LzGamer pushing in with about what remains of his army, about 8 or 9, maybe more Marauders, submarines, and a dropship. I think this is a large enough force. Haven't been keeping in track of Marauders upgrades, but they are 1-2. And they do demolish all these Hydras. Hydras at 2-2. Roaches coming from the flank as well. But LzGamer holding on with his Marauders, really beefy units, as well as some medevacs healing them. And they are going to take down this hatchery. Marauders and Marines have no problems taking down hatcheries. Buildings are their forte. And now LZ has denied one of the expansions from going up. He is keeping the Zerg player in check, and LZ finally doing what he needs to do. But on top of that, he needs to capture an expansion. And that's exactly what he's doing. But we're seeing some Corruptors. But LZ almost running away there, but he realized that if he lands this command center, then there's no more threat. Because, of course, the Corruptors... Oh! Corruption going down! A Corruptor using a Corruption ability on the command center, which means nothing. The command center can't do anything. It can't build SCVs, it can't morph into an orbital command, so it's basically just chilling there. Oh, Ravens getting caught off guard by the Corruptors. Some of the Ravens fire their Hunter Secret missiles. They do a lot of damage to these Corruptors. Corruptors at 1-2 HP, and now we are seeing the Broodlords morphing in, and that could be what ends the game for LZ. LZ needs some kind of unit to deal with the Broodlords, and the only thing I can think of is Vikings that the Terran arsenal has potentially that can deal with Broodlords are Vikings, and unfortunately we're still seeing 2 starports on Tech Lab, and they're still mass pumping Ravens. The only other thing I can think of besides Vikings is perhaps enough Hunter Secret missiles can blow those Broodlords sky high. But it would take a lot of Broodlords and definitely not an efficient use of energy. Looking at the minimap here, IdrA on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bases is going to recapture this 5th base right here. So IdrA's income is, well, it is kind of low right now, but it should be skyrocketing above LZ's pretty soon. Units tab showing that LZ is at 143 supply, IdrA at 159. Both players pretty even right now. But the major thing is IdrA is at 2-3, and where are those Broodlords? He's got Broodlords in the game. He's got 5 of them coming in right here. LzGamer at 2-2 upgrades as well, and IdrA is starting to go to work with those Broodlords. There's nothing in the Terran arsenal. There's not even that many Marines. So LZ here might just lose this game due to the Broodlords. Broodlords do have that ability to change the game fundamentally, almost like how Ultralisk can change the game so much, and Defilers, Darkstorm can change the game so much in original Brood War versus Terran. And now it looks like a huge Roach Broodlord army starting to push onto this natural. Are we going to see some Hunter Seeker missiles being used on these Broodlords? That's the only thing I can really think of. These Ravens don't have enough energy, so that is not good for LzGamer. LzGamer here forced to pound through the Roaches first before he can deal with the Broodlords, but the Broodlords raining chaos above, and I think LzGamer is going to get demolished here. There's just so many Roaches, and even if all these Roaches go down, he simply doesn't have the forces to deal with these Broodlords. We do hear 100 Secret Missile going off, actually demolishing a lot of those Roaches right there. And these Ravens just trying to buy time for energy. This Raven, 1 more energy. Is it going to use a 100 Secret Missile? No, LzGamer here. And I think, yeah, more Broodlords coming in. There's a 100 Seeker. Going after the Roaches, though, as LZ realizes a Hunter Seeker only does 100 damage. Broodlords have 275. It would take 3 Hunter Seekers to kill off a Broodlord. And so LZ calls GG, and he gets demolished. So IdrA takes him down with Broodlords, and looking forward to game number 2. Keep in mind, this is the IC Cup TV League Grand Finals. Thanks a lot, guys.